to about 332 kilometers drive from Calabar, the Cross River State capital. Charter air service is available to the Bebi Airport, which lies between the village of Obudu and the resort. However, the airstrip is no longer functioning and the cable car has been grounded for a while now due to lack of maintenance. In 2020, it was reported that the governor of Cross River State, Professor Ben Ayade, pledged to revive the cable car after successfully test running it for the Christmas period. Since then, life has returned to the ranch. The climate of the Obudu Cattle Ranch is semi-temperate mountain climate, which is the general weather condition experienced on the Obudu Plateau. Due to its 1,600 meters elevation, the ranch has in recent times seen an influx of both Nigerian and international tourists because of the development of tourist facilities by Cross River State government, which has turned the ranch into a well-known holiday and tourist resort center in Nigeria. It has a serene climate compared to other regions in Nigeria.
VOP TV. Now, you have more than a voice.
Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I, from social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more, tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count.
VOP TV. Now, you have more than a voice.
The red carpets.
Hello there, good evening and welcome to Political Lens. I am Chukwuma Okoro. On the show today, U.S. Trump piled up pressure on Tinubu. Away from that, federal government slashed charges on El-Rufai. Well, let's bring in our guests. We've been joined in the studio here in Lagos, where we are broadcasting from by Mr. Darlington Agomo. Mr. Agomo is a lawyer and political affairs analyst. Good evening to you, Mr. Agomo, and thanks for joining me on Political Lens.
Yes, Okoro, how are you?
Very well, sir. Doing very well.
My pleasure being here,
Good
yes.
time. My pleasure, too. I appreciate your presence. Now, let's get into it. Washington turns up the heat on Abuja. Well, United States is increasing diplomatic and legislative pressure on Nigerian President Bola Tinubu over allegations of systemic religious persecution. A new bill in Congress proposes visa bans, asset freezes, and possible terrorist designations for groups accused of violence against Christians. At the same time, Washington is expanding security cooperation with Nigeria, signaling lately, right from late last year when Donald Trump redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, we've seen America, focus more on Nigeria? What is their interest in Nigeria? Apart from the resignation of CPC, on the 25th of December, there was a bomb somewhere in Sokoto to take out terrorists and all of that. And they've been insistent. Riley Moore was here, U.S. congressman. He visited the IDP camps in Benue State, held meetings with NSA and other interest groups in Nigeria. And we see some kind of American interest in Nigeria. What is it all about? What is it for?
Good. You see, I like what Donald Trump is doing. The man is playing his role and the role of America. America have always told you that they are the policeman of the world. And they are not mincing words about it. Who brought down Al-Qaeda? Was it not America? Al-Qaeda, who degraded them? Who brought down Osama bin Laden? Was it not America? So anywhere America have an inkling, a hint of terrorism, they don't take it, they don't take it with a pinch of salt. They don't. They go all out to fight terrorism all over the world. All over the world. Then America told you that they're a Christian nation. How can they sit down and watch their Christian brothers being persecuted in Nigeria? These are issues. This is responsibility. So America always like their president to do what Donald Trump is doing. They like to be up there. They like to be in charge. That is how America wants their president. He can do anything at home, but when it comes to putting America on the world stage, Americans are always proud with their president. That's the one thing you must not take away from. In fact, that was why Hillary Clinton failed the election with Donald Trump the first time. America said they don't want a woman president who will not be out there to project America. That was one of the reasons. And so when they saw this hawkish behavior on Donald Trump, they elected him. Simple and short. They elected him because of that. And so the interest of America is that if they should allow terrorism to take root in Nigeria, of course, they will now grow into an Okada style and create another problem for America. So the best form of attack, their defense, is to attack. That is the principle of Donald Trump. Don't wait until the thing comes to your home. Go out there and pick them. Take the war to their doorstep. That is what I think is going on here. Apart from that, no other interest. America don't need any of it. Don't need nothing.
Okay, but Barrister, some people believe that there is a deeper interest in Nigeria by America because when you see what he's doing in Nigeria, it seems to contrast, conflict with his policy of MAGA, Make America Great Again, because the MAGA principle is basically, fashioned along retrenchment, to pull back America from involvement in international affairs and all of that. Look at what he's doing. He cut back on U.S. aid. America has pulled out of Afghanistan. America is trying to cut back what they call a policy of retrenchment. And just to do what? So that America could be great again, more like some kind of splendid isolationism, to look within and make America great again. And if they are trying to make America great again, it doesn't augur well with them if they are devoting so much energy outside. So, but we see that kind of conflict is in Nigeria, he's gone to Venezuela and all of that. So that is why some people think that it might just be, deeper than trying to rout out terrorists. Has it gone back to Afghanistan? Terrorists are still there. Has it gone back to Iraq? Has it gone back to Iran? And all of that. So a lot of people are confused why Trump is focusing on Nigeria.
Remember that Christians in Nigeria, they took this matter to American Congress from where Donald Trump heard of it. And he sent somebody to verify this claim. It was when the result came back to him that the man raised alarm and said, "What? You mean this atrocity is going on?" He couldn't have been happy. So I don't think there's any contradiction here. As for all these organizations that America are funding or helping to fund, America has discovered that it has become a conduit pipe that there is abuse there. You know, the thing has been abused, and money is being wasted. He said, no, I will bring those money back to America.
Okay. And he's deploying troops to Nigeria. Barrister, if you talk about the issue of religious persecution, and if you tie it to the country of particular concern, there are about 14 countries, you know, that are designated as countries of particular concern. We have Sudan, we have Yemen, we have Afghanistan, and all of them. But in all of these 14, Trump singled out Nigeria to send troops. So why the interest? Nigerians are asking.
Yes.
I'm going back to that particular question. Why the interest in Nigeria?
The interest is that Christians are being killed.
I'm telling you that it's not only in Nigeria that Christians are being killed.
No, the places you mentioned are Muslim states. The places you mentioned are Muslim states.
Barrister, South Sudan is not a Muslim state. It's a CPC. South Sudan, I mean.
It's not. There are Muslim states.
Barrister, I just told you that South Sudan is CPC, but it's not a Muslim state.
But they are fighting. They are at war.
Okay.
Is Nigeria at war?
South Sudan is not at war.
It's at war.
No, Barrister, it's just ethnic violence.
Oh my God.
It's sectarian violence between the Nuer and the Dimka.
It is a serious war going on. The humanitarian crisis there is the worst.
Okay, so apparently what they are saying is that Trump is singling out Christian countries, you know, where persecution is going on.
Yes, and then because the Nigerians took this matter to U.S. Congress, remember? Okay. It was only a matter that was of all these countries we mentioned. It's only our matter that has been discussed in the U.S. Congress that escalated the whole thing. And people were sent here and they saw things firsthand. Which other country have done that? Which other country? We brought our own matter to his attention. That is it. Okay. That's the difference here. These other countries, how many are they compared to the size of Nigeria? They are small countries.
Okay, so Nigeria is of particular concern to the United States of America because of the Christian community, not because Nigerians are being killed.
Of particular interest, because if something happened here, the humanitarian crisis and the refugee crisis.
No, so Barrister, Nigeria is of particular concern to America, not because Nigerians are being killed, but because of the Christian community being persecuted.
Is that not the main reason?
Okay.
That's the main reason.
Do you like the fact that it is framed around persecution of Christians, around the fact that Nigerians are being killed? Where should it be framed around? What should it be framed around?
Look, that of Christian is the main issue. Okay. How many of your other Nigerians are being killed in number like the Christians? Just be sincere to you. How many? Just put figure to all these things. Christians have been the one bearing the brunt. You know it, I know it. So why are we pretending about it?
But every human's life, everybody's life matters.
How many of them are being killed?
They also claim that they are being killed in their numbers. As we speak, Nigerian government has not admitted that there is Christian persecution or Christian genocide in Nigeria.
They don't need to admit now because they know who are the people at the helm of affairs. Are they not Muslims? So how can they agree that their brothers are killing people? Rodo, how can they? How can the Tinubu and the Shetima agree that Muslims are killing people? Is it possible for them to agree? Okay, now, Barrister, let's go into the similar conversation, which is all part of the whole America piling pressure on Nigeria. Now, there is a Nigerian Religious Freedom and Accountability Act before the U.S. Congress, like what you said. Now, the proposed legislation, backed by several Republican lawmakers, will mandate annual State Department reports on religious persecution and consider sanction under the global Magnitsky Act, you know the Magnitsky Act. It also calls for reviewing whether certain armed groups should be designated as foreign terrorist organizations. The bill follows President Donald Trump's decision to designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern for religious freedom violations, heightening diplomatic tensions. Now, Congress, again, on their own part, seems to be piling up sanctions against the present government. Has sanctions ever worked to prevent, you know, the killing of people and all of that? You know, has it ever worked to leash any administration from wrongdoing? I mean, if they go to U.S. or if they don't go to U.S., they'll go to other parts of the world. As a matter of fact, they're even facing Middle East now and going to Asia. They're going to Bahrain. They're going to UAE. I mean, the policy makers in this administration, you know, the people that are politically exposed in terms of having been accused to kill Christians or having been accused to sponsor terrorism and all of that. They don't even go to U.S. again. They don't even go to Europe.
They go to Turkey, they go to UAE, they go to Bahrain. At worst, they go to Asia. So have sanctions ever worked in this track?
Yes, sanctions have worked effectively. You remember that most of their loot are always domiciled in the U.S.
And I'm telling you, they don't even go to U.S. again.
But they still have property, like the property Wike have in U.S. Has he removed it?
Wike has not been fingered here. Wike is not under any sanction.
Hold on. They won't tell you until the lists are out.
Okay.
But does he have a property there or not? You mention any politician who's anybody that doesn't have one property.
Sorry, sir, you seem to be missing my argument. Now, because of this, they don't even go to US again.
What are they even going
to do?
They
are going to UAE.
To do what?
No, to do what they used to do in America.
In America.
They're even going to Asia. They are going to Singapore. They are going to Malaysia. These places have become new heavens. So I want us to establish the fact that, according to you, sanctions have worked effectively. So what have we got out of those sanctions?
It depends on there are limited sanctions and there are targeted sanctions.
Yes, there are sunset clauses, sunset sanctions, there are snapback sanctions and all of that. But my question is, has any of them ever worked against the government?
It has worked. It has worked. By the time they sanction them and their family and their children, it will have effect on them because.
Barrister, what effect? Because Abacha stayed here for 5 years. He didn't leave the precincts of Aso Rock.
But his money was going into US. Yes.
I know his money. Okay, his money went to Europe and they are bringing all of that back. But the man is gone.
This other one, their civilian administration.
Okay.
They can't afford not to go for holidays in these places, because of how they have built their cities and their society, because of how nice their country is. They want to go and enjoy the goodies. Mr. That is the main reason. So you want to tell me that
Mr. Gomo, can you tell me one very clear instance, where sanction has worked against a Nigerian government official? Just one.
One?
Yes, one.
When they banned these people from coming into their country.
The Supreme Court justices.
Okay,
what happened?
What happened is what happened.
They didn't go.
They regretted it.
They regretted it, but they are still giving out judgments here that are questionable.
But at least America refused to allow them come in.
So what did they miss? What did they lose?
They miss going there to enjoy.
Barrister, beyond sanctions, what can US do? I understand that they are here now. But beyond sanctions, what else can they do, to ensure that they bring our leaders to account, if we cannot hold our leaders accountable on our own?
The embarrassment alone is more than enough.
Does it look like these people care? You think that they care?
Inside them, they are regretting everything, but they can't help it.
And so what has changed in all of that? What has changed? For the Nigerian people, the average person in Nigeria.
The matter is ongoing now. It's not yet done. By the time America finishes, because they are still coming, remember, they are still coming. It's not as if at the end of the day, no. The matter is they are just building up.
Barrister, for how long has the Ukraine-Russian war been fought? For how long?
What does that?
Because America has piled up sanctions against Russia and it doesn't seem to be working.
Look, you are not Russia. Russia is a powerful nation.
Okay.
You are not Russia economically, militarily. You can't compare.
Okay.
Compare comparables.
So what do you think that sanctions will do for us here?
The sanctions will help to put our leaders on the right path. If you check, there are things APC would have wanted to do, but they can't do it because they know America is watching.
Like what? What have they not done?
All those rascality, all those political rascality, all those political...
Has any of them been addressed?
But, they are scaling down.
Scaling down?
Yeah, they are scaling it down. Yes, all those things that they used to do with impunity and arrogance, without caring. They are scaling it down, especially with this campaign period. The things they would have wanted to do, they can't do them.
Like what do you know? Like what do you know?
Suppressing the opposition and all that.
Are they still not suppressing opposition? Obi said, over the weekend, Peter Obi said, well, the federal government doesn't want me on the ballot. Is that not suppression?
He said it now, but can they do that?
Okay.
No,
but they are still trying.
Hold on, please. Let us separate the wheat from the chaff.
Okay.
If you have worked against yourself, how is that the problem of APC?
Barrister, Nigerians asked for electronic transmission of results, real-time, compulsory. Was it meant compulsory? Does it look like the sanction is working against the National Assembly?
They are still protesting.
Okay.
That is politics. That is politics, ongoing politics. Everything you want to get in life, even in the US. You have to protest and fight for it. You saw how Rosa Parks was treated and how she reacted. And from there, what happened? The blacks became what they are today. So everywhere in the world, the government don't want to give you freedom a la carte. You must fight for it. You must demand for it. You must work for it. That's what we are saying.
Apparently America is putting pressure on them so that the Nigerians, the masses, will now ask their government, or they will protest and all of that.
This protest that happened that made the National Assembly to rescind their action.
Did they?
Hold on. This protest, Mr. Okoro, are you telling me that if not that some people are watching over our affairs now, they wouldn't have been tear gassed? Tell me.
Okay.
But
at the end of the day, what did the protesters achieve?
At least the hybrid.
Hybrid has always been there from 2022.
We are going further now. We are going for look. We are going further now to demand this mandatory inclusion.
Okay. I think something will come out of it.
Eventually, if the pipeline, it's left for the opposition now to pile up. Then the opposition mobilize.
Okay, it's left for the opposition
or for
Nigerians.
Because the people that went to Ojota in 2012, it was someone that mobilized all of them to come out. Is that not true?
Okay.
APC mobilized them to come out. And this president was the arrowhead.
So you now discover that even with the sanctions, people in government, they are not backing down. They are not backing off.
It's a matter of pressure.
Pressure from who?
Everybody and anybody.
And we are piling up pressure. America is even piling up pressure with sanctions, and nothing seems to be working.
Oh God!
So why are you so optimistic?
Are you telling me? I said it has not ended now.
Okay.
This thing is not something you do that day. You bring. No, government wouldn't want to be stampeded. They will pretend as if they are resisting.
Okay, but so you are optimistic that it will work.
Something will come out of this. All I'm telling the opposition: go and mobilize more people. Let more people come. By the time they see 1 million people there, look. Shame will be on them not to do it. By the time they see 1 million Nigerians all over the country, but who will mobilize? Mr. Okoro, that's the problem with opposition. They don't have the funds to do all these things. If not, somebody would have gone hire buses all over Nigeria. People would want to come, take care of them. By the time they stay there for 1 week, the National Assembly will succumb. But who will do the mobilizing? Nobody among the opposition. You can see what I'm saying here. When they went to Ojota, somebody mobilized them. They were eating and drinking there. Somebody was buying them drink. Is that not true? That's what the opposition did.
Mr. Agomo, I like your optimism. I hope that Nigerians can share in
with
this
more
optimism.
pressure. With
now,
more pressure.
let's move on. U.S. court orders release of Tinubu investigation files. Well, in a separate development, United States federal judge Beryl A. Howell ordered the FBI and the DEA to release records linked to a decades-old narcotics investigation involving Tinubu. The ruling came after a Freedom of Information request and criticized federal agencies for delays, setting firm disclosure deadlines through middle of 2026. Now, Barrister, again, where is this coming from? I thought we have gone beyond this stage.
You know, this FBI and CIA, I think they are blackmailing Tinubu. Whenever there's a national event, you see them coming up with all these things. Since the election 2023, that they said they are going to do this or that, all of it, So why can't they release this document? By the way, if they release this document, now what will happen? Are we going to take Tinubu to court or what? It's something everybody is aware. If you release the documents now, of what use to us? Because when we needed those documents most, you did not release them. You gave us 1,001 reasons. But whenever you need to rattle Tinubu, you go for his narcotic investigation, whatever. And then he will come and wet the ground. And then you cool down for a while. Then maybe when the election is about to, you not go again. You want to release documents. The man will not beg you, this thing will harm my political interest. My enemies will use it against me. They say, okay, you know what to do. They will, these are things that they are doing. CIA and the FBI, I know. If they want to do so, they don't need to delay this long. They promised they will release this thing. Over 2 years ago.
Over 2 years ago. At that point, it was a different president, a different administration. It was Joe Biden then. And the back and forth, they didn't yield anything. Now Trump has come smoking fire, you know, and brimstone and all of that. So does it look like America might be interested?
They will not. After all,
okay, you think they will release it?
They will not, because after all, Tinubu is cooperating with Donald Trump.
Okay.
Have you heard Tinubu open his mouth one day and talk about this America coming into Nigeria?
Okay.
Have you seen him make any statement? You see how he kept quiet as if he's not in town. That means he's cooperating with Donald Trump. In fact, he has outsourced his responsibility to Donald Trump. So on what ground would they go ahead to do this? Rather, they will tell him to do something, and that will end.
Okay, exactly the point. What kind of thing would they ask him to do?
What they have been doing before.
Like you said, blackmail. You use the word blackmail.
Yes. How do you blackmail somebody? Are
they using it for some kind of quid pro quo or tradable? No, you do this for us and we'll do this for you.
If not, tell me, why is it that they have not done this in over the years?
You know, when you talk about over the years, I'm telling you, now, the other administration in 2023, it was Joe Biden. Now we have a Donald Trump. And we are nearing an election period. We are going into an election year.
American security agents are independent of their president. I hope you know that.
No, I'm not aware of that.
Oh my God, they are. Joe Biden was investigated by the FBI when he was in office.
Okay, but that doesn't mean that they don't mean that they don't take instruction from the president.
Which instruction?
It is the president that appoints the CIA and the FBI directors and all of that, and they're answerable to him.
Mr. Okoro, when the FBI say I want to do their job, it is the line manager that decide. It is only when the matter has been finalized that they inform the president.
Okay, and the president can say hold on. And the president can say hold on to that.
Like when they were shadowing Osama bin Laden.
Okay.
Nobody knew until the final day. That was when they told Obama.
But the NSA gave approval to all of that.
So that
and the NSA reports to the president.
So they don't escalate.
So the president was in the know of what FBI and CIA were doing.
Yeah.
They were at that point, when they started cooperating, initially they were not cooperating. There was no form of interagency cooperation between CIA and FBI. That was why, the 9/11 happened at that point.
Yes, 9/11 happened. No, because the president, it was the fault of George Bush. Go and watch Fahrenheit 9/11. George Bush was aware, but he wanted to show.
Well, Barrister, that's a conspiracy. Let's not go into that. Let us not get into that controversy of conspiracy.
He knew
I'd like to
9/11.
ask you now, Barrister, does it look like, because some people are also thinking that America, with what they are doing in Nigeria, might be angling for some kind of regime change or what? Do you see that perspective, playing into what we are seeing?
They have already told you that there are a number of options on the table. Ralimon said that separating Nigeria is one of them.
Okay, could regime change also be one of them?
I don't think it's not a matter of regime change.
Okay.
Because the only solution to this matter is that since you cannot live together, is it not obvious? We go and separate. After all, there are countries that have done that. Iran and Iraq were together. It is this type of skirmishes that caused the separation. Iran now came out of Iraq. So it is done all over the world. It is obvious that we cannot live together. And as a matter of fact, the amalgamation has expired. It's written there. The 100 years of amalgamation have expired since 2014. So we are just an extra time. That's the truth. They knew that we can never be together. The people that joined us together, they knew. But they were doing it for their own convenience, administrative convenience. With what is going, there's no way, even in the next 1 million years, Mr. Okoro, Nigeria can never be together. It's like telling somebody to change his religion or his surname and all that. There are things that are very dear to you, that nothing will make you change it. So it's not possible for us to live together. We are just trying to
if Nigeria is restructured, wouldn't it be possible for us to live together?
But restructure is not possible.
What makes it impossible?
Because the leadership is not willing. They don't have the willpower to do that. You saw the few things they wanted to do, that how they not resisted it.
Okay.
They resisted it. You saw what their reaction. So this restructure is not even on their...
No, as infamous as Buhari might have been, Nigerians agree, when he was leaving, he gave us a parting gift. He was able to start the process of restructuring. He said, well, states, can now build power generation plants. States can do very well. States can do correctional facility and all of that. That was a starting point. That was a takeoff point. If we are able to bring the true federalism into Nigeria, would there be any need, to balkanize Nigeria? I mean, America is also talking about having to ensure that there is state police. That's one of the options on the table. If we do all of these things, would there be any need to split Nigeria into factions?
But you know that they cannot do it.
I'm just telling you that the process started under Buhari.
From Buhari, this state police had been mounted on several locations, but what came out at the end of the day?
Barrister, if America is able to pressure us like they are pressuring us now, I mean, Sunday Jackson was released under American pressure. Now, if they're able to pressure us and we get state police and do actual restructuring, would there be any need to split Nigeria? Well, I mean, our unity and diversity is an asset. Our diversity is an asset that we can use to build a strong, big country in Africa.
Restructuring would have been very, very possible before this terrorism started. But right now, these terrorists have become so big. The amount is now wide for money. They are now paying for blood. So restructuring now, they will make it impossible.
They will make it impossible.
They will make it
even
impossible.
With the presence of American troops?
I said they will make it impossible. The only option, like America said, let Nigerians go there, go a bit separate from each other, so that maybe it will bring sense into some people.
Well, Barrister, if you say restructuring is impossible, I wonder what American troops are doing here, because there is troop deployment amid security concerns. Now, roughly 200 United States soldiers have been deployed to Nigeria in a non-combatant advisory roles, with about 100 personnel arriving in Maiduguri in recent days. Well, U.S. Africa Command says the mission focuses on intelligence sharing and counter-terrorism support, while Nigerian officials stress sovereignty and capacity building. Well, the deployment comes as extremist violence, including attacks by Boko Haram and ISWAP, continue to destabilize parts of northern Nigeria. Barrister, I mean, finally, American soldiers are here. Same day they landed in Maiduguri. Terrorists struck in parts of Borno State. What are we likely to see in the coming days? You are talking about trying to divide this country, and Nigerians are saying, wouldn't it be better if we restructure this country so that our diversity could be our strength, an asset that we need or that we already have? So what do you think that we are going to see in the coming days? You
were here when a northern leader told you that an attack on Boko Haram is an attack on the north. You were here when Jonathan brought General Ihejirika, who gave the terrorists Boko Haram hell. He chased them into Sambisa Forest. It was Ihejirika that made Nigerians to know that there is a place called Sambisa Forest. True or false? All these things happened, yet the North resisted it. They started writing memo against Ihejirika, against Jonathan. Did it not happen in this country? No, did it not happen here? So what makes you think that they have changed their stand?
No, we have a different situation now. The Americans are here to help us.
That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling
you. Do you think that Americans will not succeed?
Hold on. Americans are not going to fight in the battlefield.
Okay.
We have not heard of such.
So what are they coming here to do?
They said they are advising. They made it clear now.
Advice based on
what?
They
made it clear that they are not combatant soldiers.
So why are they coming?
They said advisory role.
Barrister, I hate to butt in bed. I'd like for us to know what kind of advice are they coming to
They will tell you what to do and what not to do, how to counter these people. Is that not advisory? They made it clear that they are coming for advisory role, not combatant.
Okay.
So on what ground would they
advice that they cannot give from United States or what?
Because when your ground now is a different ball game.
Okay.
You want to tell me that if Americans start killing the terrorists, their brothers who are sponsoring them will keep quiet? Wouldn't they start raising alarm? No, tell me. So the people behind the terrorism, will they keep quiet? No, let us face facts here. Northern leaders have not been since.
So when Nigerian soldiers start killing them, what happens? Because America is going to advise Nigerian soldiers on how to start killing them, and Nigerian soldiers start killing them.
Let it even happen. Let Nigerians.
Wouldn't they fight back according to you?
You mean
the Northerners? Wouldn't they fight back?
It would have been better. It would have been better. By that time, they will not accuse the president of bringing America to come and kill.
No, what I'm saying is that America is here. America will advise Nigerian soldiers. Now, Nigerian soldiers will start taking them out. Wouldn't they not push back?
On what ground would they do that?
So why would they push back if American soldiers
because
are...
Americans are foreigners.
So, Barrister, why would they... Now, Americans are here in advisory capacity, non-combatant, and they are helping Nigerian soldiers to take them out. You think that the North should not push back? Because according to you, when Ihejirika was doing it, they not pushed back. So why wouldn't they push back now?
No, because America is a foreign power. They will say that you employ them to kill their people. That's what they are going to say.
Barrister, you are missing the point.
The point is
your position is that when Ihejirika was killing them, the North said, oh, your people are killing my people. Now, Americans are here for over 15 years or 12 years for over 10 years or 12 years that Ihejirika left. We've not been able to take them out. Now, Americans are here to help Nigerian soldiers in a non-combatant mode to take them out. And you are saying that if America starts killing them, the brothers will say, why are you killing us? And I'm telling you, according to you, Americans are not going to battlefield. They will also advise, they will only advise Nigerian soldiers to start killing them. Now, when Nigerian soldiers start killing them on the advice of America, wouldn't there be pushback from the North? That's the question.
Who told you that Nigerian soldiers want to kill anybody?
Okay, so why are Americans coming here then?
Never they're advising them from behind.
To do what?
To go and combat them.
And combat them and do what?
To take them out.
Taking them out, is it not killing them?
But when it starts, let it start before you
go.
No,
but you said that there will be pushback if Americans are involved.
Yes, because America is a foreign power. They will see that somebody brought mercenaries or whatever to come and be killing them, killing the North. By that time, the narrative.
So, Barrister, what you are telling me is that even with the presence of Americans here, we are not going anywhere.
Look, we will go somewhere if there will be new orientation on the part of Nigerian soldiers who couldn't do anything before now.
So you think that, okay, you think that Nigerian soldiers were unable to do anything because they didn't know what to do, and will only do something because American soldiers are advising them now? Is that your position?
Bizokoro, look, this particular insurgency or this particular insecurity is tainted with religion and ethnicity.
So what Americans are coming to take out the religious aspect of it or ethnicity part of it?
The presence of America will help one word.
Okay, so they will not stop. They will now shout that Tinubu brought a foreign power to kill them.
I am coming. Now, with the presence of America, the aspect of a tribal or ethnic or religious sentiment will be taken out. Okay. Because America is a neutral person.
But mind you, if it will be taken out, they are not going to the field. So when Nigerian soldiers, I'm sorry, sir, when Nigerian soldiers are trying to overpower the terrorists, like we have seen in the past, and someone asks them to retreat. So with Americans, they are not going to retreat. So there won't be political interference because Americans are here.
Americans are here in advisory capacity.
But they don't have command positions.
Wait, I'm coming.
They don't have command positions.
When push come to shove, the Nigerian government may ask them to join the fray. And that means more of American troops are coming into.
So at that point, will they not push back because America will be involved?
They will have no choice than to surrender.
Oh, but okay. But initially, you said they were going to push back. Now, Barrister, let's get into our second story.
When we get to the bridge, we'll
Barrister, Nigeria's presidency has called for a full investigation into comments made by former Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai after he alleged during an interview on a national TV channel that he, an unnamed associate, had access to the private phone conversations of National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. Presidential spokesperson Bayo Ononuga described the remarks as a serious confession and warned that any private possession of wiretapping capability poses grave national security risk. While El-Rufai also alleged that the ICPC acted on Ribadu's orders to target him. The presidency stressed that unauthorized interception of communications violates Nigerians' law and could compromise classified security operations. Ononuga questioned how a private individual could assess such surveillance capacity and insisted that El-Rufai must face investigation and possible legal consequences if found culpable. Meanwhile, El-Rufai appeared at the Abuja headquarters of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission amid tense protests by opposing groups. While some demonstrators demanded his prosecution over alleged financial misconduct, supporters insisted he was being unfairly targeted, while security operatives maintained heavy presence at the scene as public debate intensified over accountability and equal application of the law. He was accused of committing an offense under Section 12, subsection 1 of the Cyber Crimes Prevention Act, as amended in 2024. In count 2 of the charge, the former governor, who is a frontline member of a coalition of opposition politicians that are dissatisfied with President Tinubu's administration, was said to be aware that someone unlawfully intercepted the NSA's communications but failed to report the crime to the relevant security agency. It was further alleged that by using technical equipment to intercept NSA's calls, the defendants engendered public safety and national security and instilled reasonable apprehension among Nigerians, an offense in breach of Section 13, Section 131, subsection 12 of the Nigerian Communications Act 2022. Barrister, several Nigerians have been calling for investigation of El-Rufai, but no one seems to be talking about the compromising of that very important office of the NSA. What should be more concerning to Nigerians at this point? That El-Rufai listened to his phone conversations, or the fact that somebody, a group of people, have the capacity, the capability, to tap his phone lines? Which one should be more concerning to Nigerians?
Both of them.
Okay.
In the first place, when Nuhu Rubado was appointed to such office, some of us, including me, I kicked against it that Nuhu Rubado does not have the experience required for that office, because he was just a police officer from the special assistant on security. He was converted into national security advisor. Even some military men, they are not happy, because that office is for military men who have been in the saddle, who have gone through the ranks, who have experience both within and outside Nigeria, who knows how these things are done. I don't think he knew who had such a background. He didn't. He doesn't. He was just a police officer. And so when he was appointed, there was ruckus all over the place, but Tinubu insisted.
No. Okay.
Because if he had experience with Okoro, all the things we have been hearing about that office couldn't have happened. One, his car was stolen. Was it not true?
Okay.
Good. A whole national security advisor. Again, he was involved in equipping some terrorists in Kwara, according to them. When they were captured, he said it was the national security advisor that gave them the car, the guns, and everything they are using. Is that not true? How could you be hobnobbing with terrorists? National security advisor, for God's sake. No, look at that. Does it make sense? Then on many occasions, Nuhu Rubado will leave security master. He will be involved in almost everything. Whenever there is political quarrel, you will see him there. Whenever there are issues in the polity that does not, you will see him there. They will send him to go to this place. They will send him to go. And this is not security related. With all these things, my dear, why would that office be compromised? When he was hobnobbing with all these people, you don't know that a lot of things will give. That office, you are not supposed to be seen. You are supposed to be heard. Not to be seen. You'll be living like a recluse, away from the public glare. But this Nuhu Rubado, he's all over the place. Mr. Okoro, he's all over the place. I said, come, this cannot be. You're supposed to be away from the public glare. You are not supposed, even these politics, you are not supposed to be involved with them. I mean, look at what happened in Kano. Was it not the one that led the police officer to go and reinstate one emir who was deposed or something like that? Why are you always in the front of some of these things? Barrister, as a national security advisor? Now, if this thing happen, are you sure that Tinubu's conversation is safe? Because he is supposed to...
exactly the point. Nobody is talking about that compromise. I mean, if the phone discussion of our NSA was able to be bugged and tapped, I mean, who else knows what is out there?
Exactly.
So, but Nigerians are not talking about that. What Nigerians are talking about is investigate and prosecute El-Rufai and all
that is gullible public. They always play to their sentiments. Gullible. If you are in a Senate climb, by now Nuhu Rubado would have resigned.
Exactly. That's the position of some Nigerians because nobody is talking about that.
These things are going to happen in the U.S. and you are still in office.
Okay, Barrister, I'm happy that you took us to the U.S. Now let's do a bit of profiling of Nuhu Ribadu. He started as cadet ASP. From there, he grew in the police, got to a point where he was chosen as the chairman of the EFCC. At some point, he became the assistant commissioner of police. He was made AIG. He was demoted. He attended international courses, on intelligence. He's been cooperating with American agencies, European agencies, and all of that. Barrister, at some point, he went to Nigerian Institute of Policy and Strategic Studies, Kuru, in Jos.
He was withdrawn?
He passed out. He did. He wasn't withdrawn.
I thought they stopped him.
No, they didn't stop him. Okay. It's only that they didn't give him recognition due to him at that point. But after that, I'm happy that you brought us to United States. George Bush, the man that prosecuted the ill-fated Iraqi war, the second Iraq war. Operation Desert Storm was the first one. The first one by his father, Senior Bush. Now, Bush too, his national security advisor, Condoleezza Rice, a professor of political science at Stanford. Exactly. She didn't know anything about intelligence. She's not been to military. She's not been to police. She's not even worked with the Homeland Security and all of that. But she was chosen as the National Security Advisor of the United States of America. And she was able to coordinate the interagency operations required of the responsibility of the NSA. And when he left, who replaced him? Steve Hadley, the same man who had no military or police training experience. So why should we have problems with Nuhu Ribadu here?
Oh, God. Mr. Okoro?
Yes, sir.
You have forgotten one thing. And that is a very sad development on Nigerians who want to analyze issues.
Okay.
Americans have created institutions, strong institutions.
Why can't we create one here?
Hold on. We don't have it now. We don't have it.
Barrister,
we don't have it. Please.
Why can't we create it?
I don't want you to mislead anybody here. Please listen.
No, and you are the one misleading people here.
Please listen. Those people you mentioned, even if a dollar they come into that institution, there are already strong institutions on ground. All you need to do.
Barrister, Nuhu Ribadu is not the first NSA in Nigeria. So the previous ones, why didn't they create those systems?
Did you see this type of nonsense from the...
So who should create it for us? Who should create it for us?
These things you are seeing...
No, Barrister, who should create it for us?
You have started again. Listen now. This thing you are seeing or hearing from Nuhu Ribadu, did you see it on those ones?
Barrister, under Buhari, we had a national security advisor. And in terrorism and insecurity first started. What happened? What did we do to him? Why didn't he build the structure?
These things that we are hearing today about Nuhu, did it happen with the previous one? This insurgents or terrorism, yes.
And I'm just telling you that even under the Buhari administration, where Nuhu Ribadu was not NSA, we had an NSA. So what did he do?
Did that tap his phone?
But was he able to cut out? Was he able to rat out the terrorists?
Did they see his vehicle?
Barrister, you were the one that brought us to this point. You said you are the one that brought us to this point. You said no. You said that America is a developed country with institutions.
They have a strong institution.
Barrister, why can't you build institutions there? He's not the first NSA.
Oh, really?
So the previous one, why didn't there be structures for others to inherit?
Good.
That's my question.
Yes. Listen, Mr. Okoro, the institutions that were built under PDP, APC scattered all of them.
But it was under APC. It was under even Obasanjo that this Boko Haram started. Didn't he have an NSA? What did he do?
You saw how Jonathan wanted to exterminate the Boko Haram.
And so what happened? Why didn't he?
Because of this lack of strong will on the part of Jonathan, he had to withdraw Yejika.
Why did he? Didn't he have an NSA? The National Security Advisor should have advised him not to remove Yejika.
There are positions that you don't need any compromises. Like this National Security Advisor, it's very important that you don't just put a green horn there. That's what I'm telling you. You don't put a green horn in such office. These other ones you are talking about, yes, insurgents can break out anywhere. It is left for you to nip it in the bud. Are we seeing such a thing?
That is the question I'm asking you. That's the question I'm asking you. So, if we have been having NSA all this while, and insecurity broke out, and they didn't structure it by building institutions so that their people that inherited those offices.
On whose watch did it escalate? That's the point here.
No, but it didn't. I mean, insecurity didn't just escalate. Now, what happened under Buhari?
Under Jonathan, we are not battling with Boko Haram, which is on record.
So Buhari, how about Buhari? Didn't Buhari have NSA?
He has.
So what did he do?
That's what I'm telling you.
No, that's not what you're telling me.
There are things. Listen. There are the political angle to these things.
I'm happy that you have brought us to the political angle because we're out of time. A lot of people say this is all about 2031 politics.
No, listen.
Barrister, hold on. Barrister, we're out of time.
Cannot challenge the president on whatever he wants to do.
You can only advise him. You can only advise him.
We are talking of your office.
You can only advise him.
How are you man? That's why they call it National Security Advisor.
Okay.
You have not advised yourself. So how can you advise the president? Okay. That's the question here.
Some Nigerians believe that all that is happening between Nuhu Ribadu and El-Rufai is because of 2031.
It's a lie. I disagree. What were you doing when your phone was tapped as the National Security Advisor? What were you doing?
Okay.
What were you doing? If you were what you're supposed to be, if you are truly in charge of your office, nobody will have access to your phone. Nobody will have access to your car. Not to talk of stealing it. What are you telling me here? The man is not doing what he's supposed to do. That is just the simple truth. All these things that I've told you here that he has been doing, is he supposed to do them? Were you not scandalized when terrorists in Kwara told you that he was the one that armed them, gave them vehicle? Can you just imagine? National Security Advisor. No, how do you explain that? Did you hear such a thing in the previous NSA?
Barrister, were you scandalized when you were told that Dasuki Sambo took away $12 million?
That was part of the propaganda. But at the end of the day,
it was propaganda.
What happened at the end of the day?
It was propaganda.
Hold on.
So there's no $12 million missing in the defense ministry meant for arms and ammunition. Is that what they are saying?
The one he was supposed to use to buy arms.
Did he buy them? Were you scandalized or were you not scandalized?
Was his office compromised, Mr. Koro?
Barrister, that is compromise. We gave him money. We gave him money to buy equipment. He didn't buy them.
I'm talking about a high office that has been compromised.
Barrister, what more compromise is beyond the fact that we gave you $12 million to buy arms and you didn't buy those arms?
Did you not hear those who collected that money? Even APC members.
What has come out of it? Were you not scandalized?
Barrister,
were you not scandalized?
No, I am not.
You are not?
I am not. Yes,
but you are scandalized with what has happened now.
He named those who took that money. All
Barrister,
of them signed for it.
Okay, we are out of time. I would like your concluding thought. So you think, Barrister, you think that this thing has nothing to do with 2031 as speculated by some people between Nuhu Ribadu and El-Rufai?
El-Rufai told us that he listened to terrorists when they are talking, that they have their phone number, they listen to them, they even know where they are. He said it, El-Rufai said it. So this is not the first time the man is monitoring people. Okay. By the way, that section of the constitution you talk about, why should it be the government monitoring my phone conversation, but I will not monitor their own? Why is that fair? Is it not the invasion of my property?
You're a lawyer. You can go to court and challenge that.
That's what I'm telling you. So it should be two-way. If they can do that, that's why they should be protected. They should protect themselves against such things.
Okay. So Nigerians should protect themselves against wiretapping. Is that what they're saying?
I said the government should protect themselves from, because we surrendered our right to them. Okay. They're supposed to protect us. Is that not what they are there for? So why should they be so lax in their profession that people now have
Barrister, we are out of time. Can we have your concluding thoughts?
That section of the law is debatable when you go to court. Why should the government be listening to my own phone, but I will not listen to their own? How is that fair? And that is my privacy that they are invaded. Which is section 34, I think. Yes, freedom. Freedom of
Barrister, we are out of time. Will you go to court to challenge? Barrister, will you go to court to challenge that?
Why not? When it comes to my matter now,
I'll take that as a concluding thought.
If they invade my privacy, I will go to court against it.
All right, thank you very much, Barrister Darlington Agomo, and I'll take that as a concluding thought. We'll be speaking with Mr. Darlington Agomo, lawyer and political affairs analyst. Many thanks to you, Doctor, for your time on my show. I appreciate your presence.
My pleasure.
Okay, now on behalf of the backroom staff, the technical director, bus manager, sound engineer, and Nijas manager, I am Chukwu Makoro. Up next is Issues with Nena Ndemduto. I'll see you again tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning on the morning show. From me, enjoy the rest of your evening and bye for now.
VOP TV. Now you have more than a voice.
Welcome to the locker room, the home of football talk that matters. I am Jerry Arpillon. Join us every weekday, Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Nigerian time, as we share the hot takes and hot debates in the exciting world of football. And joining me are the usual suspects, Ikechukwu and Mayowa, as we break down all the hot takes and everything that's happening in the football. Don't just watch football, live it with us. Catch us on the locker room and Voice of the People television at 5 p.m. Nigerian time. And like I always say, if not 20 minutes off, please discuss.
And it's Hakim Ziyech who puts the Atlas.
Do you want your voice to be heard? Do you know that you matter in the scheme of things? The People's Voice, the show where ordinary citizens take center stage as we discuss the biggest stories that affect you and I. With you in mind, we facilitate lively discussions, debates, and interviews on the topics that matter most to you and I, from social justice to economic empowerment, education to healthcare, governance, and more, tackling tough topics and amplifying your voice. Join the conversation and make your voice count. The People's Voice. Make your voice count. To know the happenings in the maritime sector, join us on the program Maritime Frontiers on VOP TV as we discuss key areas in the maritime sector, from aquaculture, maritime transportation, maritime labor regulation, oil and gas exploration, ferry and passenger insurance, marine pollution and prevention, port operations, and lots more. Maritime Frontiers, exploring Nigeria's blue economy.
In a world where power shifts with every headlines, news breaks and events happens, we bring you unbiased and explicit information on politics, economy, and state of the nation. We break down the chaos. Facts, not fluff. Truth, not spin. We discuss not just politics, but a glimpse into the future. Voice of the People television. Now you have more than a voice.
Air travel is one of the most exciting ways to journey across the world, but it also requires a little courtesy to make the skies friendlier for everyone. Now these are some essential flight etiquette. Boarding. Boarding is smoother when we all follow instructions. Stick to your boarding group, keep your pass handy, and step aside quickly once you find your seat. A little order goes a long way in getting everyone on board faster. Overhead bins. Now these are for everyone. Place your larger bags above and keep smaller items under the seat in front of all passengers and fewer delays. Phone use. Now this, once the aircraft door closes, all devices must be in flight mode. A simple switch helps keep communication safe and smooth for both crew and passengers. Talking about the middle seat rule, the unwritten rule says this: if you are in the middle seat, both armrests are yours. It's a small courtesy that can make flying more comfortable for all. Noise levels. Keep conversations and devices at a reasonable volume. Headphones are a traveler's best friend, and courtesy in the cabin ensures a peaceful flight for everyone. Talking about disembarking, when the plane lands, don't rush the aisle. Wait for your roll's turn. Collect your belongings quickly and move forward calmly. A little patience makes disembarking hassle-free. And lastly, hygiene and health. Of course, hygiene matters. Always cover your mouth when sneezing or coughing. Use sanitizers and keep your space tidy. Clean habits make for healthier skies. Flying is not just about reaching your destination. It's also about the experience we share along the way. With this simple etiquette, we can all make air travel smoother, calmer, and more enjoyable. Praise Peters.